What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Path of the Network Marketer. It is day 47, episode 47. All right. Matthew McConaughey comes out every time I start a new episode. Matthew McConaughey. Anywho, okay, so continuing the conversation on belief systems and definitions, right? And working to rewire or reprogram this amazing computer that we call our minds. This supercomputer, right? Like this mind that we all have is a infinitely more capable than any computer that we've built thus far. And even the fastest and most powerful computing system that's been built to date can't compare to what our minds can do because we've barely even scratched the surface. However, understand, as if you've listened in the previous episodes, that our brains are carrying old programming, old outdated OS. So we want to update the OS, and there's really a couple of simple things that you can do to do that, right? Like number one, obviously, is realizing that you need to reprogram, right? Because the old OS is only going to continue to give you the same old results, the same old outcomes every day. And if you want new outcomes, if you're trying to make changes in your life, you got to reprogram. You got to reprogram and get a new OS. So realizing that you need a new OS is step one. Step two, really be conscious and aware of just be conscious and aware of self, right? And realize that there are, realize where those things, the certain beliefs are coming up, and realize that those beliefs are, they can be a result of who you're spending time with, right? So being aware and in the moment will allow you to kind of identify belief systems that is coming from the outside, right? That you're hearing from other people, that you're hearing from the individuals and groups of people that you're spending the most time with, that may not necessarily be productive or may not necessarily support you on your journey moving forward to create new results. So watch out, be aware, and be more purposeful and intentional with who you spend the most time with, right? I mean, we hear this all the time in personal development, self-development. You become most like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Right. So if those 5 people aren't necessarily on a growth journey themselves, if they're not necessarily, making changes to improve their own belief systems, they'll unconsciously communicate or even consciously communicate their own belief systems. And if you're not aware enough, then those belief systems will influence you, and then you'll start kind of taking on those belief systems. Right. So just be aware of that dynamic, and then limit the time with people who are whose belief systems aren't necessarily going to support where you want to go. I'm not saying ditch your friends, right? Obviously, they're your friends because you care about them, but just be again aware of the potential kind of unproductive belief systems that you're exposing yourself to, so that when you hear, then you can mindfully not upload it to your OS. And then the next kind of point 2 to that step is spend time with people who you you look up to, right? People who have the outcomes and results that you believe you want, people that you believe have the results and the outcomes that you want. And I know that's kind of sounds a little surface, but also keep in mind, like, just, the conversations, how they talk, what they talk about, the ideas that they share with you, you know what I mean? The conversations that you have with them, really look and examine this. And if somebody resonates with you as being a person that has belief systems that you can borrow and then make your own, to help you on your journey, then that's somebody that you should probably spend more time with. So really, just kind of expand your network and create, a group of people that you want to be influenced by for the better, right? So be choosy with your associations. And so the next step is auto-suggestion, right? Like if you haven't read the book Think and Grow Rich, that's a big aspect of Think and Grow Rich, is just, affirming to yourself the things that you want to believe. The new belief systems. Again, guys, understand, belief systems do not have to be do not have to be concrete. They do not have to be set in stone if you don't want them to be. And so you can actually suggest to yourself new belief systems, and you have to just do it repetitively, right? Like you just got to repeat the new belief systems every day. For example, myself, so I'm affirming this just for the sake of this audio. I was, okay, that's better, past tense. I was shy. I was an introvert. I'm still kind of an introvert. I'm not as shy as I used to be. Anyways, neither here nor there. Let's just say for the sake of this audio, I was a shy individual, and I really had a hard time having conversations. So that really limited my ability to grow my network, and then of course to grow my network marketing business. So I one of the earliest kind of groups of auto suggestions and affirmations that I had for myself was, I meet people freely and easily. I make new friends very, very quickly and very easily. I'm very open and I have fun, and I enjoy discovering new people. I love having conversations. I sponsor new people, new and amazing people into my business all the time. Things like that. I am confident in conversation. I speak confidently about my ideas, and I love sharing my story with people. Things that help me, gain the confidence to speak to people and meet other people. So, that kind of thing. And of course, it can be belief systems about anything. But, if it's beliefs, I want you to really, really focus on belief systems about yourself because, as we talked about in the last episodes, the limiting beliefs about, how things are done and what network marketing looks like, what it should like, et cetera, those are definitely things you should fix. But the limiting beliefs you have about yourself are really, really the biggest things, and the most kind of deeply rooted belief systems and definitions that you got to work on. So create new belief systems about yourself that you feel are going to serve you, that make you feel good about yourself, that improve your self-worth, that improve your self-confidence. Just repeat them to yourself every day. I mean, if you want to even record it on your phone real quick, and do 3 to 5 minutes of these affirmations, play them to yourself in the morning, play them to yourself in the evening, and then just rinse and repeat, right? Rinse and repeat. And I know it's going to be like, for those of you especially who are new to self-development, it's going to feel hokey, and it's going to feel like, oh my God, like people are going to think I'm crazy listening to myself talk about myself, but trust me, it works. Over time, these belief systems will start to kind of seep in, and the programming will take root, and your results then again will start to change, because everything starts from belief. Everything starts from belief. So that's it. I mean, there's lots of other things, and there's plenty of books and resources that you can use to help you rewire, reprogram your OS in this amazing, beautiful brain that we all have. So, I mean, I'll touch on that more. And in fact, I'm considering developing some tools that'll help you, even more accelerate that, right? And well, of course, and if you want to check out my other podcast, Path of the Jedi, I really focus a lot on personal development and self-development, personal growth. So there's a lot of material there. There's, we're over 50 episodes now at this point. And on that particular show, I am going to start a new segment called Jedi Academy, which is more, even more kind of like brass tacks instructional, principle-based instructions on how to rewire and reprogram your mind. Anyways, neither here nor there. Just for now, keep it simple. do the things that we talked about in today's episode, and then we'll catch you in tomorrow's episode, guys. So until then, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, be well, be safe. We'll see you in the next episode.